We set the trend in the script.
Absolutely. You are, you have been, you will be under the roof.
Snip this glue, get in the zone, because we got to go do something. So that's what we did. And I'm going to be honest with you, I used to like it. You got people from the east and the west and different places, to come over and groove with us.
Was Hoover Groovers a part of Hoover? Never met a Hoover Groover. Me and you was never in my life. But
a part of what was called the Bonzella Crips.
Groovers ain't starting no Hoover Crips. And we hit that hand moving on you, walking in your house.
Wait, do that again.
Hit that hand moving on you, that messed up your whole party. You are, you have been, you will be under the group.
What was it that, and we made this point about wasn't necessarily age, but coupled with experience that got certain of us through the door or to hang with certain cats. What was it that made you eligible?
I was willing, I was willing. I don't know if it's popular to say, but I'm gonna say it. We used to test our knockout punch on people.
All right.
On certain people.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
if you had one of those,
yeah,
you can hang.
All right, come on,
yeah. We got
in the back. But come on,
yeah, we used to see you test that, and Danny used to be like, now that was one of his things. Pump it up when what he said what. They gonna pump you up to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter who it is, they're gonna pump you up to fight. So if you can handle that, then I mean, homies, we always slap boxing. Kermit was good for that, homie.
Man.
Lil Nun, he was good for that, homie. He want to wrestle, he want to fight, he want to spar with you. You know what I'm saying? He was good for that. Him and Wood used to do that all the time.
Every time he come get out the car.
And so when you have,
that's what it was.
So those are the things that brought you closer, I mean, I ain't trying to.
That's what
you.
Yeah.
Junebug used to do the same thing. He loved to wrestle and loved it. Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And so having that type of environment around you, homie, where getting physical wasn't a problem. And when homies see you, they like, all right, that's the homie.
He all
that's
right.
it. Yeah.
He all right.
Yeah. He all right. He's straight. And so that's the grooming and nurturing that we talk about when it comes to the homies. Being on Broadway a lot, that's a busy street. You go all the way down to Manchester. Yeah. And even with the walking. I mean, so squabbling and fighting and just, having our way with cats, that was a regular thing. It wasn't disrespectful squabbling.
Right.
But if you had a problem, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? We just wasn't jumping on cats. That wasn't what's happening.
Right.
But you had a problem, you can get it.
Let me take you back and ask you, if you can recall, where did your lessons first come from? Was it family, uncle?
Lessons of what?
In terms of how to carry yourself, how to, get involved in something and just stand your ground, or whatever the case may be.
You always had homies that would school you, man. The White, Niblet, M, Black Bug.
And this was as a kid.
Before
junior high and all that shit.
I remember Black Bug told me one time, because we had went over to the 90 Hood. This when I think Foam had got killed. And I don't even know what year that was. That was like 80, 81, man.
It was in the 80s though, yeah.
And man, them dudes was irate. The dude Space Ghost, he was irate about it, homie. He had just got out. And he was upset. I mean, he was upset. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That happened when he was in. And Hank was there. And so Hank was trying to calm me down, like, man, what you doing with these dudes? Hank, like, what you mean? Phone was my cousin. That's when that's the first time I ever heard that. I never knew that.
A lot of 9-0s didn't know that.
I never knew that. As much as we used to, be around, I never knew that. And when he said that, he, dude kind of like
calm down.
He calming down, but he still want to get out, but it's players around here with heat.
Mm-hmm.
I see his people. You know, we got heat, but we ain't finna do no fighting out here tonight. I don't know. Somebody's subject to get hurt. This ain't finna be one of them, you know what I'm saying? One of them situations. And so Black Bug had told me when we went back, like, man, always be ready for that. Because everybody ain't always gonna want to fight, you know. Never turn it down, but always be ready for that because they was in the cut. You know what I'm saying? They had some homies in the cut that night. We was at the Rose. Yeah. We was at the Rose Room right there. What was that, on 89th or 90th?
And what, Vermont?
Yeah, it's right there. And they was all in the alley, man. Yeah. And so those are the lessons that you get when you go places and you hang out. It can get dangerous. Those are life and death situations, man. Dudes was actually getting killed.
Did you learn coming up, man, especially from these older cats, to learn how to take a loss with a win?
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course.
You know.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that, but the thing
what
was
it do
that
for you?
It built you. Because see, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Better than before.
Yeah. We used to walk to Green Meadows Park. I remember one time we had a party.
We used to go swimming there.
Yeah, we had a party on the set, and Spike, the homie Spike, got into it with one of them dudes. And matter of fact, I think his name was Benny. They stay right there on Main, Benny and Russell. Spike got into it with one of them dudes. Well, that ended up being one of Snake's relatives, Snake from Avalon. Remember Snake from Avalon?
Yeah.
Snake from Avalon. It ended up being one of his relatives. So we at Manchester Park one time, and Green Meadows Park, and they up there. So now Snake want to take the fade for the dude Spike got into it with at the park. Right. They get down. And that was it. I'm gonna believe it like that. They got down and that was it.
Less.
Yeah. And so, but every time we went up there, it was like, okay, somebody got to run a fade though. You see what I'm saying? Because we would go back. And so that's how you built your character, you know, win, lose, or draw.
Right.
You ain't gonna win them all, but you know.
And fight, and as fights go, even when we lose them, there's a certain respect attached to that. Even when you win them.
Man, even when you trying to, even when you trying to,
certain conduct,
certain
way you carry yourself, even in a loss. Like say, as opposed to there's a certain conduct.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Conduct or respect attached.
Big Donut from 9-0.
Yeah,
he was in juvenile hall. Yeah, and the homie Tank from 7-4. He was itching to get Donut, man. We all in juvenile hall together, but Donut, he was cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's older than me or younger than me, but I used to always mash him. You ain't no 9-0. You ain't. I don't know you, and I used to always mash him. But he held his own. He held his own. And when Tank came in there, Tank really didn't like it. He didn't like it, man. This dude is a 9-0. This dude is a 9-0. Like, man, Donut, he's straight. He cool. He all right. He ain't running from nothing. He ain't punking the game.
His own.
Yeah. And
was
Tank,
he 9-0 Hoover at the time?
Yeah. And Tank had a cast on his hand too. And he still wanted to get down with the boy. And in the final Donut one time, he just got loose from me. Because normally I'd be right there to keep him, because I don't know if you know Tank. Tank ain't.
I know.
Tank kind of. Yeah, Tank.
Grew up with him.
Yeah.
Not a little Tank.
Yeah.
I grew up with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Tank, he go there real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that was my thing. Yeah. So I was always trying to keep him tapered, but I had I gained a lot of respect for Donut because even though he was the only one there, he never wavered. He never backed down, homie. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by, you gain that respect. You gain respect after a while. Exactly.
Conduct we still gonna
exactly, man. And so I respect anybody, homie, that can allow themselves to take a loss, but still, I ain't finna spaz out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna step back up. I'm gonna step back up because there's a such because there's a such thing as redemption. Yes, you know what I'm saying? You may lose that one. Yeah. You may lose that one, but you can redeem yourself. You can always redeem yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of homies get it messed up, man, in terms of trying to just overdo it. You don't have to overdo it, man. Your time will come. You may not handle every situation right.
That's right.
Every situation may not turn out the way you
How
wanted to when it came time for you to do what you needed to do.
Hello.
But it'll come again.
Hello.
So what you do is you redeem yourself the next time you get a chance to do it.
Hello.
That's how you do
And
it.
this is how we build character.
That's
this
how
is
you
how
do
we
it.
develop and grow.
That's how you
know,
do
I
it,
want to
man.
use that as a segue, redemption,
Mhm.
into this program's real get down, man. This is our history, man, no doubt. You know, I look at this. I think that we should allow people to know what our history is and our experiences is before somebody else come and usurp our shit,
Right.
And put it out there how they see fit.
Yeah.
There are 4 phases to this get down, man. The Hoover story, Danny boy, you gave us some of that. And like I said, your story long.
Yeah.
So before we get in it, hopefully we get the opportunity to do it again. And I would like that. You as well. The Hoover story is first. That's the first phase. The second is cautionary existence. You know, we have these experiences. We live this life. There got to be some type of warrant, a cautionary light, anything to say, hey, wait, this, that, and the third. Third is redemption.
Redemption.
All right?
Right.
Redemption. And the fourth is, who's the real enemy? And all we've been through, all this shit we didn't experience. So I want to ask you first, Danny boy. You gave us your story, not in its totality. Right. And at some point, we hope to bring you back so you can finish that. You gave us that partially. What's your cautionary? What can you give to those who are watching and checking it out as a cautionary measure or means to say, hey, man, this is really what it is, and be careful?
Yeah. Well, what made me start doing that is when I was on the inside and I see how things was changing. And I started talking to, the homies, and I was letting them know, hey man, it's time for me to go home. Wow. But so let you guys do what you do. And if you need me and you already know the structure, what you're doing. And from this point on, this is what I'm doing. And I'm not getting ready to tell you to do something wrong. I'm not getting ready to tell you to go get at this dude because that's not the right thing to do. What I'm going to do is point out the circumstances, what's about to happen to you either way. But as a man, you have to make that decision and be able to live with it. And I started doing that with individuals on the inside, and it didn't matter if you was a Crip or a Blood.
Right.
Or wherever you was from. I started doing that then, and I stopped a few fights by doing that. You want to get out?
Circumstances. You jumped in, and I think that, right quick and then finish. There are circumstances, and as a result, there are consequences. And that's what. So the cautionary, and you okay? There you go.
And that's the same way out here. Guys have to step up and point the yin and the yang, because there's no glory in going in there and you talking about getting your bones. You don't need to do all that, man.
Yeah.
It's a better way. Get your bones by doing this here instead of that, because you done lost. Because back in the day, what I used to hear, when an individual go to the pen, you was a loser. You a one-time loser. You a two-time loser. You a three. How many times you gonna lose, man? You done lost. And you taking away your real value. I just want you to think about that. Your real value of being out here. Find out who, opposed to being there. Because you ain't getting ready to, you're gonna be a knucklehead. And only a select few is able to crawl up out of that. Some is stuck in that. So we need you out here to do what you doing, but do it the right way, man. And those that talk about the violence, talk about I don't care. You do.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
If you don't now, you will.
If you don't now, you will. Because I know what it's like not giving a fuck.
Right.
And that's not cool.
Yeah.
Because it's self-destruction.
Yeah.
you killing yourself. It's literally self-destruct. I don't give a fuck. Just think about that term there itself is big.
So that means you don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
You damn sure ain't giving a fuck about me.
That part.
Whole lot of
You ain't giving a fuck about
that
me.
part. So knock that off. Let me show you a better way, man. It's just, and things. It's a struggle in life. It's how you get through it. You know.
Okay.
The person the person that the people that created you, you the one swam through those thousands and made it to exist. The fight continues.
So one seed.
From one seed. The fight continues. What you gonna do with it? You know, it's always a better way to do things.
Absolutely.
And you need to figure that out. And that's what I explain to dudes. And I get around a younger crowd and I look at them and things and how they try to act tough. But look, man, it's not that serious. And you got the females looking tough.
Wow.
They looking hard.
Stud.
I'm like, and they not even studs, but they looking you up and down. Who are you? Where you from? I'm like, oh, damn, females harder than these cats for the most part.
In this damn time.
Yeah.
But the point is,
it's not. It's no need. But on the back end of all that, man, it's live your life, man, and be free. Because
say what?
Live your life and be free. Because being locked up, you have no life. You just exist. And then those who continue to keep going back up in there, even to the county jail, and want to brag about it, you's a fool. You love to get naked. You love to see another man look up your ass. Come on, man. Why humiliate yourself like that? It's a better way, man. Yeah.
Listen, brother. Yeah. Phase 3, man, is redemption. Can you speak to the people in terms of what redemptive qualities you've applied to your life as a result of the life you led? How have you given back? If there's such a thing.
Well, giving back is like a 24/7 job. Just your existence, the same way the walk you was walking when you was doing wrong, you do that same walk and show by example. Show them that it can be a better way by you doing that. Going all in with it. You know, I heard individuals speak on it. Tiny Spike from A-Trade Gangster. Soon he got out, this is what he did to change his life. He's showing the walk. He created a program. He's on a radio station. Miz, he spoke on that. Show by example is how that's part of your redemption. That's part of your giving back to the community, because at one point in time we all destroyed it.
Yes, sir.
We had dudes following us in this direction. Now we need to have them following us in this direction. Get out of that.
Walking like real warriors.
Yeah, walking like real warriors. You know, not like, and even though at the time, we was all kids, we was all young.
That's
you know,
an everyday struggle.
It's an everyday struggle.
It is, man, because every day you ain't gonna make all the right decisions.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Your morals and your values will get tempted and tested every day. Yeah. You know, and it's just some of the small things that you know
that get us through.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to cut in. I think that when we talk about redemption or atoning for whatever, I think that as long as you live and you're figuring out how to live every day, that's redemption, because you're doing it on a different level. You're getting better at it. Yeah, so life is figuring it out.
Especially in relationships. Because see, now as you get a little older, you find out that those who are actually got your best interest. So therefore, I owe loyalty to who? I owe loyalty to those who have my best interest. I got a woman who was coming to see me for, you know what I'm saying?
You with
but
are you with her?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
But that ain't to say that that ain't to say that my loyalty is less to this man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the phone with homies all the time, man. That We done been through some things. And it surprised me when you said you knew D-Scam. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a brother who carried me when it came to morals and principles and values. You know, I'm with the cutthroat. I don't want to say Dulo because they ain't Dulo, but
I ain't a scams motherfucker, but
no, we can win. I know how to win.
Yeah.
I know how to make sure we win.
Yeah.
He would put principles on it.
Mhm.
No, Ronnie, it's the way you do it.
Mhm. So we get our lessons from
Yeah.
some of the same people.
David would say, man, it's the way we do it. And when he spoke, everybody would listen.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Because you had guys in our circle, the 9-4 circle, like David, who would say, that ain't right.
That ain't cool.
He ain't saying in front of everybody, but he'll let those who that ain't right.
Yeah.
And then you have other homies. You know, I can say one of these dudes' names because everybody know he got that name. What they used to call Sherlock? What they used to call him? Something other than junkie, and all kind of names. You know, you just got homies that just got them low down names. They just
and it fit.
I mean, but he ain't hurting nobody. He might
but,
cheat you out of something. You see what I'm saying? He might cheat you out of a few dollars. Or
I wouldn't gamble with him.
Okay, I'm just saying that's
like,
the kind of guy he was.
We're gonna be fighting. Because I know you with the bullshit.
That's the kind of guy he was. But D-Scam, even though he got that name, he had some principles that he would bring to the and so he would be in your ear, man. And nah, Ronnie, that ain't, you know.
So yeah, redemption, man, and atonement. I think that's a heavy word, man. And
Took wrote a book on that, man. Big Took wrote a book on redemption.
Black still some redemption.
I think that's the name of the book, Redemption.
So that's something I think it has meaning, man, especially in our culture. You know, especially then too, with those who understand what atonement or redemption is.
But look, Bud,
that's why I asked the question.
Because this is the thing, you got young homies now that are being guided or misguided, and when shit go wrong or they've been betrayed, they kind of like feel like, okay, what do I do now? Where do I go now? Well, you can redeem yourself by doing exactly what you know you should do,
especially after that.
Right? You know that happened, or you know how it happened. You have to now make sure that don't happen again. So therefore, when you got a guy that's going, well, I say a guy because he ain't a homie. If he's trying to get you to do some bullshit that you know you ain't supposed to be doing. Or what I mean by that is it shouldn't be that backhanded or it shouldn't be that underhanded. You see, to where you inflicting harm on one of supposed to be your own homie. I mean, you got homies that rob each other. Come on now.
Worse.
I mean, they kill each other. I mean, you know. I'm glad to say I don't know nobody like that. I don't know nobody like that. If I do, I don't know nobody.
I'm with you. I don't know him either.
I don't know nobody like that. That means I didn't know you. You feel what I'm saying?
Couldn't have known him.
But you can redeem yourself, homie, by continuously doing what it is you know you're supposed to do. If it ain't nothing but taking care of your family.
There you go.
Take care of your family because they need your strength. They need your lessons. They need the lessons that you've learned
to help avoid
the same mistake that you made.
Number 4. Well, you got some more on atonement. No, I want to hear it. They want to hear it. You are daddy boy.
No, that's
your time.
That's it right there. Exactly what he just spoke on. Okay. That's in a nutshell.
Okay. Yeah. So the 4th phase of Under the Groove, the Hoover story is this. Who's the real enemy, Danny boy?
The real enemy, man, to me, is the system and how it's designed. How it's designed, especially for black men, young black men, to you could say go through what we going through.
Fail.
To fail. Yeah, it absolutely for the most part, and just only allow just certain people to make it. But at the end of the day, they'll still close the door for the rest. Because soon I got out here, I was getting ready to get the job. I seen when they was repairing the blue line.
Yeah.
right? This is a system. And people in the system, it doesn't matter what color skin, but you're working with the system and you're allowing it to happen. That's what I'm able to now, good cops, bad cops.
Right.
People in the system, you got good ones, those with good intentions, and those who just ride the wave. So who is my enemy? Those who just ride the wave. It doesn't matter the color of the skin. So therefore, it's the system that and the people that's in it that's constantly implementing it. Because, like I said, the blue line, they was repairing it.
You talking about the bus?
No, the train station. The train.
Yeah.
So the railroad tracks, and I start seeing essays there. You know, people, other people of color that's over here, and stuff. And I said, well, let me go. And me and my guy, we went to the EDD building for a job. It was a black person redirected us to work at a warehouse instead of, hey man, they hiring here, need you to blah, blah, blah on the blue line. But when you look at it, ain't nothing but young Hispanic individuals. Is it their fault? No, the system.
I want to answer that.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna get a turn?
Yeah. So that's the reason why it's a lot need to be done, you know, because the system is even though it's rotten to the core, and then you have people that's in position to allow it to continue to happen, and it's a very select few that has a small voice to stop it.
So in your assessment, the system is a problem. It's part of the problem.
It's part of the problem.
Yeah.
It's a part of the problem in the community and everything.
That's right.
It
ain't just with jobs.
It's not just with jobs. It's the overall thing. You don't see too many people now, black people, like they was in the 60s and 70s with businesses no more. Who's running?
Boy,
who's running
you don't
now?
stop, boy.
Who's running the businesses now? You see Hispanics now.
Yes, sir.
When you go
to
anywhere right now, to any store right now,
yes, sir,
you're going to see who?
We've been replaced.
We've been replaced.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Homes right now. We've been
replaced. We've been removed.
We've been removed.
We're being removed. And brothers don't see this shit, man.
Yeah.
We are being removed.
Yeah.
Who's the real enemy? I've had brothers say, well, I'm the enemy of my, and I get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
Psychologically, I understand that because I really know better.
Yeah.
I really fucking know better, man. Yeah. I promise you. Like all of us, man, we come up, man, with certain lessons and morals and teachings and values and shit. And for whatever reason, I allowed that shit to be put on the back burner, and I did what I did. I'm responsible. I got that. Now I'm accountable. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. We fighting against some shit,
man. We fighting against
that's scary. But anyway, who's the real enemy?
I can agree with that assessment. But for me, as I see it, I think that we are one of our enemies ourselves. It's how we treat each other, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If we want to keep those morals and values and principles and nurturing that the homies gave us as Hoover'S, we have to give that back to the younger homies. We have to give that love back in order for us to keep it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because if I don't teach it to him, if I don't give it to him and show him how it's done, how is he gonna know?
Then what do you say though, Ron, to the homie who said just what you said, but then he comes front and center with one of them youngsters that don't want to hear that shit?
Okay.
Then what?
He gonna learn one way or the other. Either he gonna learn
get it from you the easy way,
or he gonna learn through the system. That's what he means by the system is also our enemy too, because look.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say this, and I'm glad it popped in my mind because it leads to that. In 1980, and KT, you might you might remember this.
Tall Can is in the house, people. Tall Can is in the house.
I'm riding down Broadway, homie. Me and Wood, we in a stolen car. I see on a billboard, I think Ronald Reagan was the governor.
Yeah.
It said, use a gun, go to
Wait,
prison.
he wasn't president then.
No, he was governor.
Governor, yeah.
He was governor. Yeah. It said, use a gun, go to prison.
And that's in our community.
That's what that was on a billboard. In the, and I seen it, and it had a big old gun pointing like this. And you can see the gun. That was our hustle. Jacking was our hustle.
Yeah.
That was my bread and butter.
Yeah.
When I moved down on 78, after we moved from 92nd, we moved down on 78, Grego and Polk, Roscoe, Big Man,
all from the
Lil
track.
Bruce, all them dudes up in there. That was our thing. We jacking. That was part of the system. Also building prison, knowing that these guns out here is a part of the hustle game that they're using. That's before cocaine jumped on the scene.
Yeah.
It wasn't crack
before
yet.
the epidemic. Yeah.
Right. It wasn't crack. It was
they
coming.
Probably ether based. Probably even that snorting. Yeah. Got you.
I mean, we was doing dope houses at that time. But cocaine was sold back then where you got to go knock on the door. You come in, you sit down, they weigh it out, they give it to you, and you leave. That was powder.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that crack came when I left.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it probably was already here. You see what I'm saying? Because dope houses at the time was you can just knock on the door and go buy weed. You can knock on the door and go buy whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Dudes trust you like that. They wasn't. But
you would go right in the fucking house.
Yeah. They let you in, sit down, man, and give you
no
the weed.
Gates, metal gates, and all that shit. Yeah.
But it developed to that as dudes start jacking
coming up in there.
It started going up in there. Then it changed. But also the system changed. That's when they start building all these prisons.
Yeah.
And start locking everybody up.
Yeah.
So the system is our enemy, but we also are our enemy too, because we can't continue to allow, especially right now.
Or make excuses.
Especially right now, because the opportunities are there.
Yeah.
If you're willing to work, you can make enough money.
Or build.
Homie, we driving trucks now. You got homies that own dump trucks now. You got homies that's doing. Look at you, homie. You doing this. This is something. This is not your job. This not what pay your bills.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
But you're giving back.
Yeah.
This is where it starts. It's giving back like this, giving dudes an opportunity to come sit down and express how you redeem yourself. You have to give back. You got some homies been sitting in pen a long time for putting in work out here and in there, and they still in there.
Still there, bro.
So how do I redeem for him? How do I at least have to come right here and tell the truth? I have to sit right here and tell the truth about what we did in there.
Yeah. I'm about to put some out, and then I ask some cats, man. You know, some cats try to go in on a set with that content, that messy politics shit. We got ahead of the curve, a few days ago, and hey, dude, don't do that. What you doing, man? Come on, But my question to him and others was this: how many corners do we own something on? How many blocks are we still there? How many of these new apartment development complexes coming up we got a stake in? And instead of you trying to jaw jack about what we doing in the history and shit, why are you putting out content about how we losing? Where's the value in that? I'm not your enemy, homie. I ain't said nothing about none of you cats. I don't do that.
Right.
But you looking at me like I'm the get out. I'm the motherfucker making decisions, in terms of, how we eat.
Right.
And, I'm saying what, the masses is getting in terms of education and development. That ain't me.
That ain't my decision.
But you guys see what I see. I say, go drive over to your respective neighborhoods or sets and tell me what you see. How am I out of focus? The system, is the enemy. And at the same time, we are own worst enemies,
so you
man.
understand, and that, but see, that's not the worst one. And then some people may say, but
Man, we run a close race.
That's real talk.
The reason why I think not the worst one, because see, you can take that experience,
Yes, sir.
and what you getting,
Yes, sir.
and you can give it to another homie, so
Mhm.
he can. So I see what you're facing, bub. I
Mhm.
see. Okay, I see what you're facing. I see what you're up against, and that's why I said keep going.
Yeah.
Because at some point, either him, myself, another homie that may sit in this seat is going to say something that's going to enlighten
Mhm.
those who can make a difference.
Light something up. Yeah.
Yeah, can make a difference, and
Right.
then want to make a contribution to it.
Yeah.
Well, let me jump on that. Let me jump
Yeah.
on board with that, because
There
I
you go.
understand what Danny Boy was saying.
Mhm.
I understand exactly where he's coming from, because I was there. I remember that.
Mhm.
So let me go on. Let me holler at, but let me holler. Let me try to paint the picture a little bit more brighter for the dudes who's listening. Because like TS said, it's all about educating these dudes, man.
Yeah, man.
It's about educating. If you don't know,
Man, come on.
go ask one of your homies that do know about what he's talking about.
I don't care where you from.
I don't care where you from. That
Go talk to them G's, man.
I had totally forgot about Rooster, man, until you brought him up, Dan. That's why
Yeah.
I'm listening to you. Rooster, man, was a good dude, man. He schooled me when I got to the pen, man.
Yeah.
So I wasn't no hothead. I wasn't one of them dudes that jumped on everything.
Mm.
You got homies like that,
Yes, sir.
that jump on everything. And I
Yes,
was one
sir.
of the ones that was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Jerry Davenport was one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait, Jay, hold up. Wait a minute. Man, fuck that.
It's over.
Man.
Good luck, Jay.
And in doing that, even Bay Area cats, man,
Yeah.
I would listen to them.
Yeah.
They told me what I needed.
fucked with Bay Area Cat.
Yeah. I fuck
And
with
I
the
have
Bay.
to say,
I fuck with the
Yeah.
Bay.
They
Cool
good
me?
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dom, I
Yeah.
fucked with
I
them.
fuck with
They
the
know me.
Bay. I fuck with the Bay, man.
Give me my lesson, homie.
Man,
Real
what
talk.
was that? What was the brother name?
How's it gonna help me?
Yeah.
What was it?
My boy Bruce, man.
They went by initials.
No, yeah.
GT, DT,
Yeah.
JW. You know, they went by their last name, but they were they initials.
Come on, man.
I got much respect for them dudes, man, who taught me, man, and laced me, man. They laced me with the game. And so I was able to put that together with what he laid out for me.
Yeah.
Because when I got to Quentin,
You compiled this now.
he said, come here. You don't have
That's
to
what
do
Danny Boy said.
Yeah, come here. He said, look, I had to go see him.
Yeah.
He was in the hole, mind you.
Mm.
When I got there,
So you had to make a trip.
I had to make a trip. And they told, I said, well, how do I see him? They said, who? I said, Hoover. Danny Boy. Oh, you talking about Hoover? They said, yeah. I said, how do I see him? He said, man, go knock on that door and ask for Lieutenant so-and-so and tell him you want to see Hoover.
Mm.
I went. This is lockup. Because you can walk around, if you ever been to Quentin, I went and knocked on C-section door. Dude come to the door there. I said, man, I want to talk to Lieutenant Reed. Who are you? My name Beeman. Okay. He said, man, come back and see him tomorrow. What is it about? I said, I want to see Hoover. He said, all right, come back tomorrow. I come back tomorrow, knock on the door after chow. He said, come on in. He let me in. He let me in. I go stand in the cage. He come out, the lieutenant, and said, okay, you here to see Baldwin? I'm like, yeah. He said, what is it to you? I said, it's my homie. He said, okay, if you want to see him, you're going to have to tell him that he's going to have to be cool. He's not getting no video. He can't see. He's not going to be able to. You remember
Daddy,
that?
they talking about you.
He's not going to be able to see nobody, nothing, until he gets some act right. He don't have no clean time. This dude he's going to war up in there.
Mm.
This is in the hole.
Mm. In spite of that record, there's still respect.
Yeah.
There's a certain psychological respect about an individual.
Yes.
So,
So when he was able to come down and we talked in the cage, look, homie, this ain't for you in terms of this paperwork. You don't have to do that.
told Danny Boy?
He told me.
Okay.
He telling me. So now that I know, and he explaining to me what's going on, we was able to communicate through kites, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So he said, just do your thing. Do you. So although there was rules and regulations governing Crips in San Quentin at that time,
right.
I didn't have to be the flunky. I
Right.
didn't have to be the gopher. I could let them know
Yeah,
I ain't the one.
Yeah.
I ain't the one. You finna, So, but there's things that we do to make our contribution.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? When there's a meeting, you got to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Some things go without
Yeah,
saying.
it's just
You know,
yeah.
it just is what it is.
So that helped me a lot, homie, because he didn't already been through what he don't want me to go through. He laced me right. He gave me the good shit. Even before I got there, Hog, the homie Hog,
Say hello. Rest in
man,
peace.
he took me in the cell at Chino, homie, because I was just had got there and was getting into it. And he like, come on, homie, you gonna move in the cell with me. Moving the cell with him, he laced me, homie. Told me everything I needed to know from the time I stepped off the bus to the time I got in my cell. He told me exactly what to expect and what to look for and what to do. So given everything that I was given, I felt secure in my walk. I didn't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Right.
If I had an itch, I scratch it. If I didn't, I didn't. You see what I'm saying? So that to me was the blessing, homie,
52.
that you gave to me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you don't know how that affected me to be able to move forward with the dudes that I surrounded myself with. Hoover J, Underdog, Lil Killer,
right,
Spy, Bump.
Yeah.
You know, these are the dudes that was Taco from Great, Zeke from Great. All these dudes were intricate parts, man, of me expressing how I wanted to do things, because he allowed me to say, I ain't got to get up under no paperwork, homie, in order to be effective Hoover.
Let me jump in there.
Yeah.
Bro. So since we've been, you know, we've talked before this. Well, one thing I've learned from him about you,
right,
love and respect you. You're a pillar.
Yeah.
And it's safe to say that.
Yeah.
You're a pillar. And you know, in terms of who he is now, I think you had a lot to do with that.
He did.
You know what I mean? So just when he talk about you, I'm in awe when I sit down, you know. Like I said, I just met you, bro.
Right.
I heard your name. I know you. I never met you.
Right.
But when the homie talk about you, it's even a grander,
Mm.
you know, thing, because it's based on you wasn't no dude like, man, let's go. Let's see.
No.
You know what I mean? That
No.
that bullshit.
Yeah.
He's talking about Bub, foundation, principle, man, to get down, man, just thinking da-da-da. I'm telling you, just from him telling me, I can't wait to meet the homeboy. Can't wait to meet the chief.
Right.
So when he discusses you, how he discusses you, like I said, man, I appreciate it.
Right.
I wish I had.
Everybody don't get them jewels, man. You know what I'm saying? And so you just got to recognize
I
it,
got that.
See,
and you know, not nothing to sneeze at, but
yeah,
that just
I was able to
in your cap, bro.
I was able to pass that on to other dudes, man. You know, Devil from 5'9", rest in peace.
Rest in peace, homie.
He came to Quentin when I was there, and you know, once you talk to Hoover J, see, once you talk to him and let him give you that part of everything that we was doing, all that came from, you know, from that, because that's most of the time that's where the structure came from, out of the hole.
Yeah.
Now that's not to say there was something bad about CCO. I don't want you to think that that's my get down. It taught dudes how to read. It taught dudes how to get disciplined.
Yeah.
All that.
It some of us, it's a lot of homies needed that. Because if it wasn't for that, the threat of, you know, once you got up under, if you didn't do exactly what you were supposed to do, it's gonna be a consequences. They wouldn't have functioned right. I don't want to leave out Hoover Kell.
Oh yeah, Kell.
I don't want to leave him out,
9
homie.
dudes. Yeah.
When I got to East Block, I think he was right next door to me. He was on the paperwork, but he used to school me and tell me, watch out for this, watch out for this. Don't allow this, don't allow this, don't allow this. Make sure you do this, make sure you do this, accept this, accept this. That's the love, that's the grooming that we talk about that was trickled down to homies. Lime was a homie who, when he came through, it was like all gas, no brakes. You couldn't catch up the line. You couldn't catch up the line. Line would be in this hole 1 minute, in another hole the next minute. They'll send him over here, and they, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ask, how you doing
So
all
you
this
can't
shit?
catch up to him.
What the hell?
And that started in
What's that in line, man?
Yeah,
One
my
love, bro.
boy.
Shout out.
Hey, that started when he was in San Quentin, because TS was there. We was all in East Block together. And man, that one there,
Didn't he book a lieutenant?
Man,
He
yes.
booked. Yeah, you know. And I got wind. I like, oh, this motherfucker.
Please don't start his body count.
Yeah.
This
Please don't
motherfucker done
start his
booked a
body
lieutenant.
count, man.
Yeah.
All right, homie, he
But
ain't
see,
playing.
But I'm just going off what I remember. I don't
Right.
think he ever had a chance to get stable
Get
enough.
that.
Yeah, because what I got when I got to San Quentin was get you a job, go to work.
Get that structure.
Yeah. And then turn Hoover J like, yeah. So we all worked behind the wall. And I was literally trying to stop Devil from 5'9". I mean, I wasn't trying to stop him, but I was trying to make him come to work. Like, man, why you ain't at work? Why you didn't go to work today? I ain't knowing he didn't crack one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he cracked one of them CO bras, and
female.
he was good.
Yeah.
So once he told me that, I'm like, oh, okay. Because if you miss work and you don't come to work, and I'm the one got you hired, it's falling on me.
You. But
so,
he don't get it right, but still.
Yeah. Like, Beeman, you are,
we ain't
fucking with you like that. So I was to say some homies never got a chance to get that
structure.
They never did.
Lesson, man. And that's important, man. And I think so. I like I said, I'm about to drop something, man, and it's just for the people. But I say one thing, man, about this Hoover history. When we talk about a history, we want to. Hey man, this was our get out. Yeah, and it was respected and it was what it was. But at the same time, within this shit, if individuals pay attention, you see, man, that there's unity in what we're talking about. Yeah, it's unity in how this shit
and love
was getting, and it's love, it's family, and how this shit got down and how it's structured. So we're not just about, man, just trying to prop up our get out. No. we in this, man, to say, man, this is what we did, man, and as a result, this is what it was. With a whole lot of individuals, not just Hoover. Our thing, man. And our thing though exists too. Hoover consists of all kind of individuals, man, from everywhere.
Man,
that's what they don't get.
And some of the best loved ones was probably never even claimed Hoover. You feel me?
Come on, bro.
We had dudes that would ride with us.
Come on, bro.
I gotta say something about Edward Ainsley. Who's it from 111 in the hood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This black ass dude, man. Every yard I went to, if he was there, he fucked with us. And he let everybody know he fucked with us. He was from in the hood, but we wasn't pushing we pushed Crip.
Yeah.
We wasn't pushing no
criminal
separatism.
All that
we wasn't pushing nothing different other than Crip. So he understood and he knew. I don't know where he did his time at, but I used to always see him. And he stand up brother, man. I don't even know if he's still alive, man. But if so, man, shout out to Edward.
Somebody
man.
You remember.
Yeah, man. He was always there, man.
That
and he spoke highly of Hoover's to other people. And so they ain't to say that we didn't have no homies that was, like I said, did a I ain't saying that, but he would let dudes know, man, nah, you talk to the right one. Yeah.
And conversely, we were the same way about cats from other sets. We would speak highly of cats from other sets, man, because they solid.
Solid.
They're solid individuals and brothers from everywhere, not just from Hoover.
No.
Now, that being said, I want to ask you, Danny Boy. Look, first off, man, I appreciate you, man. All love and respect. Is there anything you want to say to people out there, man? A shout out, man. Before we cut this thing off, man. If so, go ahead, man. Give the people what you want, man.
Well, that's a long list of individuals that I ran across. Man, that gave me insight and molded me into the person I am. And so, with that being said, those who know that's been around me and know my walk, y'all know what it is, and always have been, and you always been in my heart. And never forget you, never have, never will. And that's from the east to the west, to the north to the south. When Crip was Crip, I was there with you, gave it 110 just like you did. And utmost respect and love.
Straight up, man. You heard it from the OG, man. That's Danny Boy, 9-4 Hoover Crip, man. Ron.
Yeah.
Give some shots out, man.
Man, I hope I said it. I hope I did. But mine is to Danny Boy, man.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a homie that I love and respect.
All right.
And
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I like I say, man, because of Ron, I appreciate you.
Right.
But I appreciate you even more, man, just being in your presence, man, and listening to you speak on your experiences and your love, man, your upbringing.
Yeah.
So I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
Same here, man.
Yeah, I just
Love
want
and
to also want the homies up in there, give my utmost respect to those Hoovers that I've been around that's still there, like T-Ray.
T-Ray. Come home, man.
Yeah, come on home, man.
Come home, man.
Yeah. My guy
It's
Rainbow,
time, Rainbow.
5'9",
Man.
come on home, man.
He needs you out here, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
Shit.
Yeah. Jerry Davenport, come on home, man.
Yeah. And call sometime, bro.
Yeah, Lon.
Come on up out of
Call
there.
home, man.
sometime, man.
Yeah.
Lon call every day.
Yeah.
Lon,
I
we
tell
speak.
that motherfucker too.
Oh, he called
Fat boy.
D-Bird.
Porky.
We talk
Call
all
me.
the time, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's come home, man. It's
come
enough
home.
room, but things are different, man.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but we need you here
Yeah.
We need you here.
more than in there, man.
Yeah.
Show do.
You know, we need y'all, man, that insight, because we got a lot of building to do.
Yeah.
A lot of work out here,
Got
man.
work to
Aside
do.
from the work we have personally,
Right.
it's a lot of work, man. And you know, you guys are sorely missed and needed.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I love you.
Love
You know
you too,
what I
bro.
mean? All respect, you know, and all love, man. That go for both of y'all, man.
Right.
You know, I just need the people, you know. All love, bro. This is Daddy Boy, man. 9-4 Hoover Crip. This is my guy, Ron. 9-4 Hoover Crip.
Yeah.
Hey, man, pillars. Like I say, man, these are just a couple more stars, man, in our galaxy. You know, these star certified individuals. All right, man. One thing I'm gonna leave y'all with, man. You know, this is what it is, man. This is get down. It's the past, the present, and the future. You have been, you are, and you will be under the grove. Peace. Hey, folks, 7-Eleven, the Deuce and the Nine. You have been, you will be under the grove.
But we ain't gang banging, this is about education. We trying to educate our youth right now.
Nigga, hey. Said day is the best day. Skip walking across the floor in the best way. From Trey to the one way. It's a stump day. LA to the NY. Let this funk play.
Back in them days, it was love, loyalty, respect, and honesty,
that's my nigga
man.
Gumby right
Nowadays,
there from
you
the
know,
deuce, bitch. That's my
ex-busters,
nigga
hooks, and
Rico
snitches
turning
put
up
on
the deuce, bitch.
pedestals
That's
and
my nigga
ventilators.
Low say lows on that Hoover shit. HIP, Tommy Moon, one of the hardest poets I ever heard connected with this star shit. Hey, baby Jap and Jap 5, quick to set it off on the mic in the shack live.
When the shit get real and feel to the wheel, and then you will see. You sitting up in that motherfucker, looking at that light sim, that death sim.
Then they run into a witness stand, telling on their own homeboys.
Hoover's stomp all night.
I know somebody know how to start them ass folks from the for me alone.
I'm a New York nigga in the Pacific Sun. I say West Side Hoover if you ask where I'm from. Province California runs, still infusing my lungs. All about my bread, I ain't leaving.
Understand the end game. What's your end game? What's your purpose?
Keep one in the head or I don't need a gun. I'm with Hawk on Hoover Street with a low ass jump. Hopping down, figure out with a whole selling cunt.
You have
Grooving
been.
like this, come second to none. Grooving like
will be
Scone Young, grooving like Booker
under the
Bone.
grove.
I'm bad to the bone.